There's a cumulative effect. It the lesson issue can almost be measured, I think, by folks who study human behavior. Joseph was one who was righteous, did everything according to the law, and everything that God required of him. Final thing I want to mention is down in Luke chapter 2, verse 51. That is that Joseph was responsible. I've said many times that the best job I ever had was being a granddad. You've seen the bumper stickers. If I'd known grandkids were so much fun, I'd have had them first. Being a granddad is a great situation. It's also a great responsibility because to be a granddad, you got to have your own children. And raising children is not the easiest thing in the world. I appreciate parents for what they deal with on a daily basis. Luke chapter 2, verse 51. After they return from their trip back, getting started back to Nazareth, knowing Jesus is not there, they come back to the city, spend about 3 days looking for him, spend all this time wondering where he is. And they're anxious about this. And when Mary chides him a bit about that, it says, verse 51, he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was obedient to them. Who's them? Mary and Joseph. He recognized them as his parents. He recognized their responsibility. And so he was obedient to them. And verse 51 also ends and sets us up for tonight. His mother kept all of these things in her heart. You know, Mary had a lot to think about as Jesus was growing up. What exactly is going to happen? Am I doing things right? I wonder if she and Joseph discussed those things very much in their private time together. Joseph was a responsible man. He reared the Lord, helped to shape his life, and those others as well. Now, verse 51 of Luke 2 is important to us because even though his name's not there, he's included in the them. That's Mary and Joseph and the friends they're traveling with. And to my knowledge, that's the last time in the Scripture that Joseph is even mentioned. He's not mentioned at the cross when Mary was there. But we assume that Joseph lived a kind of a normal life in terms of nature and span as well. But disappears from the scene after Luke 2:51. But notice what we know about him already. He was pure. He was a just man. He was faithful and trusting. He was disciplined. He was obedient. He was righteous. He was responsible. The Lord had a good start in life with a father like that. Even though that holy zigzag was always there, Joseph knew he wasn't the father of that child, but he had the responsibility of acting like a father. And that's exactly what he did. And I suppose a good question for us to ask is, had we lived in another place in another time, namely in Judea or Galilee even in the first century, and God was looking for someone to have his son, to bring him up, here's the question: would he have chosen one of us? If I had been a boyhood friend of Joseph, classmate of his, playmate of his, maybe there were several others that were together growing up, would God have picked me out of that crowd? There's some good reasons God chose Joseph. We looked at him this morning. And hopefully as we look at those qualities he had, we can start adopting those qualities and adapting them to us ourselves right now. Many this morning need to come to respond to the Lord's invitation. If you need to be a better person, that God might choose you for a great work, such as He chose Joseph. He chooses the right people for the right things. What's He going to do with me? Has He started working with me? Are we still works in progress? If we're not on the right track to serving the Lord as fully as we need to be, we need to make some changes and decisions. We need to come today to be baptized into Christ. If you need to come and ask for the prayers of the church, we can be of any kind of service to you publicly and spiritually if we want to do that. We invite you right now to come. Let's stand together, please.